What up, Coop Group? Welcome to Alliance War Season 26, War number 7, SAS versus No Hope, Nope. And this is it's an interesting war. We're up and we're down, so it's fun. I'm usually bringing around the same teams. I know Warlock and Quake have been pretty good for me, and same as last war, I'm also bringing in Magneto X, which J-Nick, who's in Battle Group 3, who posts videos, calls it House of Flex. Cool name. Shout out to him and Dreamin', who both are making Alliance War videos. Check out those videos. It should be in the description. After I post them, hopefully I'll put it in there. But anyways, you see what, 20 hours, and at this moment of this war, I'm traveling and getting ready for competition for my first Olympic trial. And my head, again, is just not in it. And I was put on path 4, then I was put on a shared node 25, and then path 5, unless they didn't have willpower. So there's just complications in this war that made me move really late. And it was my excuses, but again, these excuses are never always valid. Then I'll be on G99, and I'll be on that Modoc, because I did Quake that Modoc a few wars ago, and it was dicey. It took a while, but we'll be on it again, because I sold it last time, so hopefully I can solo it again. But anyways, you'll see that it's like 6 hours later when I finally move. Path 5, I'll be on that Thor and that Immortal Abomination only if they have willpower. If they don't have willpower, I am not confident in that fight because I don't know if I can control the fight. We have a Ghoster. And we're already winning this war right now. We have a Ghoster who I'm like, if they have willpower, you should take that path and I'll go path 4. We'll switch. So I was waiting to see if they had willpower or not, so I was waiting for the person in path 1 in section 2 to tell me if that account had willpower, and they did not. They placed without willpower, so I'm going to be going to path 4. Yeah, there was someone on path 6 who could have told me also if path 5 has willpower, but that means I had to boost up and wait, and then boost up again, but I wanted to use my boosts for all the fights, because I will be running low end of season, and I want these boosts to last, and I want to be smart and tactical along with everybody else. But yes, that was 6 hours later. So I am very late. I'm the last one to move in section 1. We're on path 4, which we were in last war. Again, it's another Mystic. It's Black Widow Clairvoyant. She's good on this node only because she easily gives off debuffs. And when you have 3 or more debuffs, the defender gets a Fury buff, which makes him hit harder, which isn't a big deal. There is that node where I think long distance relationship, where if they're close to you, they get you get a weakness, and it's nice with willpower because it can heal you up if you get hit. But if they get stacked on you too much, then they end up getting that Fury. Not a big deal. Just after 2 heavy rotations, she's already down to 48%. I am dropping heavies because I'm just trying to see how much power she gets from dropping heavy. Plus, I want this fight over as quick as I can. My head is not in this game this whole last day because, again, I am at my Olympic trial and my head's there. So I'm boosting up big, just not die. I'm dropping heavy just to finish the fight off even quicker. I throw a special 1 here, intercept it because I know that she has a bar of power. So I'm like, she's gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it. I throw it, finish her off. She was at 1%. She's down. Now Strife on node 25. I believe this node does have willpower. Skywalker did place willpower. I think it used to be in D69, but now he's in Nope, No Hope. Because they have willpower, it should be an easy Warlock fight. I'm going to place a Wet Magneto pre-fight here just to do extra damage and just to make sure the parries stick and last long in case they're running limber. Now this Strife is unawakened with kinetic transference and footloose. Unawakened means that they won't, after they glance and attack, they won't activate the cloak, which is quite useful. This means I can hit as much as I want. Now with footloose, anytime he throws a special, he gets unstoppable. And with kinetic transference, anytime he hits into my block, he gains power. So this is a very powerful node. So I gotta be careful. I'm boosting up big with all these boosts, even an invuln boost in case he gets to just a big special. Now Strife is placed here because he has a special 2 that has numerous hits, and if that's hit into your block, it can do a lot. My goal here again is to bait his special 1s. If and when he can throw it. He is a large defender, so he can get protect on him, but I can knock him down easily. Now, I'm kind of dumb here at this moment. Watch this. I'm going to hit into his cloak. Next time he throws a special 1, I'm going to stupidly hit into his cloak. I don't know why. Again, my head's not into this game. I'm trying to bait special 1, not throwing it. Come on, throw it again. I know he's about to throw it right here, I think. Right there. I'm good at evading it because, again, I like playing Strife, so I'm good at timing. I hit into his cloak, which means I'm getting him more of that, his charges. Throw a special 2, because I was a bit perplexed at that moment that I was stuck in the corner and he had a lot of power. But because he has willpower, the special 2 does drain his power. He was at special 2, but now he's at special 1. One more time, I think I'm going to hit into his cloak. I'm like, all right, well, that's dumb. Anytime I hit into his cloak, he gets a charge. That's fine. He's on 39%. I think I've learned my lesson to not hit into his cloak anymore. I realized I should be doing some heavies here and bleeding him, because that's going to easily control his power a lot better. Throw a special 2 and this fight is over. Luckily, I had that power back boost, which helped me get the specials quicker. This fight could have been a lot messier if I wasn't careful. I wasn't being that careful. Again, I was being rushed, and I don't play that well when I'm rushed, but that's my fault. I was so late to this war. My buddy in Path 6 ended up moving really quickly. Thank you for the energy. Gave me 1 energy there so I could finish my path with these boosts, which is nice. I'm on Path 4 now because of the fact that Path 5, that Immortal Abomination under willpower, so the Ghost was going to be a lot better after the boss was down. This means that I'm on G99 duty also. And this node is very easy. It's basically the same as Section 1, but instead of getting a Fury, they get unblockable when I get 3 nodes on me, or 3 debuffs on me. The only way I'll get debuffs on me if I'm fighting against Mr. Fantastic is if he throws a special at me, and if I'm throwing specials also. And I get a debuff from me throwing a special for the crossfight debuff. And then when he throws a special, I believe I get a weakness and 1 more debuff, which can total up to 3 debuffs. And after I throw a special, that debuff may never come off me. So Path 4 is probably the best path for Mr. Fantastic if and when he's a defender. But it's a very simple fight using Quake. I'm very focused. I think I'm in my hotel room at this moment, hoping that my data doesn't go out or anything during this fight. But I'm very focused. I'm hoping to finish this fight 100%. I do have that Modoc fight as my next Quake fight of this war. So I'm hoping, and that was a total accident. I dropped a heavy there. Luckily, it was at the right time where it pushed him away. If I dropped a heavy and he was dashing back, he would have got a full combo on me. And this is the rank 3 Mr. Fantastic. Not pretty. Now, this is a longer fight because he does have willpower. As anytime I have concussion up, he's gaining some health. Anytime the opponent has willpower, the fights for Quake are a bit longer because of the fact that when they're concussed or stunned, they will gain a little bit of health. So yeah, that's why Modoc a few wars ago on Node 49, the mini-boss, that fight took 4 minutes because he had willpower. I believe this war he does not have willpower, so it should be a little bit quicker. I didn't really anticipate it being quicker, but it's fine. I do have an inbound boost still from that Strife because it took less than 3 minutes. This fight's almost over. I was going to drop a heavy from nah, I'm going to play it safe and just do 1 more cycle. Sorry for this long fight didn't speed up. I will promise I might try and speed up some Quake fights in the future. But yeah, that fight's down. Now to the 4th fight, Warlock versus Havoc on crumbling armor and I think it's steady unblockable it's called. So the same node as Mr. Fantastic, but also I'm going to put on my guidance boost here just to give Warlock extra damage because I really don't want this Havoc to turn off my armor with crumbling armor. That's one thing that can happen. And 2, to detonate on me. So if my armor is off from crumbling armor with Warlock and I get all the plasmas built up on me, I'm dead. He's going to detonate numerous times on me. It just won't be pretty. But if I can intercept and keep my armor, then I don't have to worry about getting detonated. But when I have an armor up, I still can get the plasma buildup on me. So when I get 3 or more on me until they are detonated or just taken off me, he goes unblockable because of this node. So again, it's a good node for him. Also, heavy hitter, I believe, is a good node also for when he doesn't want to throw specials. Or when he always throws heavies because you can't finish off his heavy. I get a nice hit there to keep my armor up. I have 4 plasma buildups on me, so now he's unblockable. Get another intercept, which was kind of risky because he has a special 1 active. I think right here I get 1 more intercept. Beautiful intercept. Still keep my armor up on me, which is beautiful because the plasma detonator right there was not very pretty. But now I have no more plasma buildup on me. I think right here I get my armor taken away from me, which is not pretty because if he ends up detonating on me, that won't be pretty. I am being very aggressive. I get to a special 2 as quick as I can. Got a special 2. Whew. Not dead yet, but I think I'm going to intercept him with a special 1 right here because I want to just finish this fight off. Dead. That fight went really well. just gotta be careful of when he goes unblockable from the node. And yeah, I was told I can also do that Mysterio if I wanted, but my buddy in past 6, I think A-Stamp, destroyed it with Doom. He did a good job with it. It was a long fight because of redouble determination, but he did a pretty good job with that node. Now, after he took that down, and after I got energy, I went to Guillotine 99 on node 50, which I did last war with against Cable. But this time, it's against a bleed immune, so my parry heavy won't do as much damage. But I'm reboosting up again because my boost fell off for these next 2 mini-bosses. This is the last Warlock fight of this war. Then I have a Quake fight. Quake is pretty healthy right now. Warlock is at 97%. I did put some potions into Warlock between the Strife fight and the Havoc fight because I just didn't want to... I wanted to be safe. Always good to be safe. Boosting up big, throwing on my XP boost because, that does so much extra for for my fights. Doesn't really. But I'm going to put on the 150% tech boost. I think they're in the store, just got in the store after this fight. And we're pushing for getting this boss down. I believe we have no deaths yet in this battle group, so it's going pretty decent. This time, Vigorous Assault and extra regen, so if and when she gets a regen buff at the end of her health, end of her life, whatever you want to say, she will go unblockable. Unless I have infections up, I can possibly turn it off. My goal here is just to watch the knockdown timer, knock her down, because if you don't knock her down on time, then she can get her cloak and you can miss, and it's just not pretty. I also wanted to bait special 2s because special 1s were going to drain my power, and I'd rather her not drain my power. Just wanted to play it safe. I could have ran in here, and I did just before the timer ended. Knock her down, have a special 2 ready. You think I throw a special? Yeah, I throw a special 2 here. The power back boost gives me a little bit of power, but not exactly as much as I was hoping. Get a nice reparry there. Gonna try and back off so she doesn't throw a special 1 at me. Perfect time, 20,000 on that medium. That was huge for my ring 3 Warlock. Huge. Trying to base special 2. She's not throwing it. Finally throwing it. Now I gotta scoot back and just, again, heavy attack her. Not a big deal. This fight is just a long fight. Longer than I would have hoped it been. It's more than a minute already. I don't like when fights are that long. I like ghosting fights because fights are so quick. And originally Ghost was planned for this node, but again, we had to switch me and my buddy Pmug, who's a ghoster in our battle group, which means I can't ghost. But he had to go path 5 to that Mortal Abomination after the boss was down. I'm so thankful. Thank you, Pmug, for switching with me and making it an easier war for you and me. And just turning out way better. I'll work on quaking a Mortal Abomination. I'm just not perfectly... I'm just not confident with it. But anyways, she gets her regen, and she doesn't go unblockable. I think the infection kind of turned off the unblockable. But I just scooted back there. I'm going to finish this off with a special 2, and this fight is over. Warlock did pretty well this war. Good job, Warlock. But you are now done. Now to my last and final fight, Quake versus Modoc on Hazard Shift. If I drop a heavy in this fight... I can get hazard shifted, which means I might get incinerated or poisoned. But also, if I drop it and I miss him, he can get a full combo on me. I'm throwing on my guidance boost because I want Quake to do an extra 15% damage with the boost I already have up. I think I throw an invuln boost. I'm not sure. Again, my mind is not in this war. I'm doing pretty well for not have my mind fully in this war and just being late to fight and not very pretty. But I'm sitting back. I forgot why. I think I'm just taking a quick breather because this could be a long, quick fight, and I just didn't want my brain to be all razzle-dazzled already. So yeah, I think I throw on an invuln boost here. Definitely wasted it, but last war, I think I got a nice combo from Modoc. But with how much health I have, 100% health right now, I'm pretty sure that I didn't need this invuln boost. Even if I get hit by a combo, I'll be fine. If I get hit by a heavy, that's where you're screwed because you can incinerate to death from that heavy attack. Anyways... Fight's on the way. My goal is don't drop any heavies. I think there's one mistake in this fight, I think. But anyways, he's running salve, as you see that by that +2, but he is not running willpower, which means that this fight's a little bit quicker. It is a rank 3, which I fought last time a few wars ago on the same node. And he's super aggressive. It's a stun immune node, so he's never going to be stunned. My gosh, he's so aggressive. He does back off there for a second. But yeah, I'm trying to see where my mistake was. I know there's one. I'm not sure if I drop a heavy or if I miss a dexterity or maybe my concussion saves me. but it happens somewhere. And this is a long fight. I'm so sorry for not speeding up again. I'm not used to speeding up my fights because I'm usually, oh, there's a heavy. Dropped a heavy, didn't get incinerated, got so lucky with that heavy. And lucky that it actually hit him and didn't miss. Now I'm all like razzled. I'm like, crap, dropped a heavy 1 minute in. I'm trying to see how much damage I do per aftershock cycle. And it's like maybe 7-8%, which is better than 5%. So this fight's about halfway over at 1.5 minutes. So now I'm like, all right, this could be a 3-minute fight, not a 4-minute fight, which is actually nice. As you see, anytime I have concussion up, he's not getting any regen, which means no willpower. Would have been a longer fight with willpower, which means more time for me to mess up. So maybe they should have placed with willpower in this node. Maybe not. But it's going pretty well. I'm still at 100%. I'm really hoping to finish at 100. Just to, flex on myself to show that I can Quake this node. And it's funny. I was a little bit confused about the Guillotine 99 fight, whether I was going to Quake it or I was going to Warlock it, or what was going to happen. And Dreamer's like, dude, you're nervous for the Guillotine 99 fight, but not for the Modoc? That's blasphemy. Like, this Modoc fight is way harder to Quake than that Guillotine 99 fight. True. But I've done this fight before. And as long as I just play Quake perfectly like I'm doing right now, besides that one heavy that I did, then there's nothing to worry about. One more aftershock cycle to go, I believe, or 2 more, because I did like 4% damage for aftershock cycle. So lame. I should have done way more. I'm already done with this fight in my head. We're down to 2.5 minutes already. I think we have 1 more cycle left, and this fight is over. Then my war will be over, and hopefully I don't die last second. That'd just be terrible to get hit and die last second. And Modoc is still not down. My gosh, this guy is fighting for his life, being so aggressive. I'm just waiting for this fight to be over. In the corner, dexterity, just get out of my way, Modoc. He's down. Boom. So I took a screenshot to show that I finished that fight at 100% health. It went well. I had 2 hits, 1 heavy at the end, because that's what happens when he's in the corner. And I think I am giving myself a compliment saying, great job, Coop. I think someone else in my battle group also said nice after, or said you're welcome. But I'm thanking myself for saying good job. So yeah, I'm happy with how my war went. I had 6 fights, and I had to use 1 potion on Warlock between the Strife and Havoc fight, but none on Quake for those 3 fights I had her for. So it went pretty well. We're at 38 fights, which isn't amazing, but it's about average. And I'm glad I'm not using like 10 potions per war. So I'm pretty happy with not using Ghost and not using that many potions, although with Ghost I barely ever use potions. But again, Quake and Warlock are still just destroying the attacker field for this season. And right there, I'm MVP number 3 because I had 6 fights and I have pretty high PI for my defense because I always boost up my defense because I want to get MVP if I can. But we're at rank 1, which is 4th in all of Masters. So we're actually close to top 3. But we have to fight against New next war, New Nation. So if we can beat them, we can easily be top 3 this season. If we don't beat them, then we might not have a chance. But again, we're definitely good standings for Masters right now. SAS is doing really well this season. They did recruit me for War, and they know that they had to give up prestige for War and CVQ, but I'm working on that. But anyways, I'm happy with how we're doing. Everyone's doing great. We had a great war. I think we had a donut that war. Great job to every battle group, and good job to No Hope. It was a good war. See you guys next time. This is Coop, signing off. Happy gaming.